So I struggled for years with having big dreams and procrastinating on them. I tried every single productivity hack that I could find. I read books, I watched endless videos telling me that I should either get up at 5 a.m. or start deleting stuff from my inbox or insert the next trend here. I was told that that would cure this problem. And after years of letting myself down, I found a solution that is annoyingly simple. Basically, you're lacking a system. Now, before you click away thinking, oh, that means I need an AI that talks to this cloud and then that talks to my coffee machine, that connects to my bed frame, that automatically updates your task list that's embedded in your shower. You have 7 meetings today. Your anti-procrastination system doesn't need to be that complex. If you have big dreams, like I do, but you constantly procrastinate, like I did, then this tutorial will hopefully be the start of your journey. Now, yes, this will involve you doing stuff. You can't passively watch this video whilst drinking another energy drink. You do need to follow along and actually do something, because otherwise you have clicked on this very video just to act as another form of procrastination, which is exactly what we're trying to fix. So in this video, I'll show you the stupidly simple step-by-step process to go from being a dreamer who procrastinates to someone who actually achieves their goals. Now in this video, we will be building a Notion dashboard from scratch. If you can't bother doing that, fair enough. I have a Notion template called Headquarters that handles your task management, project management, life bucket, journaling, time tracking, notes, resources, and a bunch of other stuff, and I'll put a link in the description to that. But if you are happy to build a Notion dashboard from scratch, then subscribe for Notion tutorials, and let's dive in. Chapter 1. Your goals. So for you to stop procrastinating and start doing, we need to clarify one big thing first. What are your goals? And I want to make this stupidly simple. By the way, I'm just going to call this page dashboard. You can call it whatever you want. All I want you to do is write out your goals. So just write goal here and then start writing. Run a marathon, start a side hustle, get a new job. Whatever they are, just write them out like this as a simple list. Don't worry, it will get more complex. Now you might have 3, you might have 30, whatever they are, just write them out in a list like this. Now for this to be a system and not just a list, we need this thing called data. And data in Notion comes in the form of databases. Now if you're new to Notion, basically if you do this / icon, then you get the commands list in Notion. Now this commands list is very long and it can be very intimidating, but I'm going to do my best job today in making this really easy to understand. So there's a lot of different functions here in Notion. We won't be using all of them today. Actually, we won't be using that many because Notion has a lot to offer. But what we are going to do is use a database. This allows us to work with data, and the type of database that we're going to be working with for our goals will be this gallery view here. So all of these here, the feed view, the gallery view, the board view, table view, all of this stuff is basically a type of database view. So I'll click here on gallery view, and this here will be our goals. So basically, if you click here on new page, and I'll just call this goal 1, you can see it appears here. Now all of these goals that you wrote as a list here, what you're going to do is simply highlight all of them like that, and now use these 6 dots here to simply drag them into this space here. So you should see this thin blue line here in the database. You do not want to drag them onto a page or onto this page here. You want to see this thin blue line. And then when you drop them, as you can see, it created all of these pages here. And then I'll just delete the word goals down here. So now you have this goals database with goal 1, which I'll just delete. That was just an example. And then you have run a marathon, start a side hustle, and get a new job. Now, depending on how much you care about aesthetics in Notion, what you can do is click here on run a marathon and hover up here to add an icon. So let's do a shoe icon, for example. I'll do the running one. And then you could even add a cover. So let's do add a cover. And then we can click here on change and click here on Unsplash, and let's search for running. So now I have this banner here on this page. And then we're going to do one more step for these banners. If I click away here, for it to show up here, what I can do is click on these settings here, click on layout, and change the card preview here from page content to page cover. Now you can see this image here. If you want, you can also change the card size from medium to small. That way we have 3 in a row. So you can do this for all of your different goals. Or if you don't want them to be this large because maybe you have a lot of different goals in here, then what you can do is click on settings and click on layout and change this from card preview page cover to none. And now it shows up like this. But of course you can still add emojis. So in here we have run a marathon, start a side hustle, and get a new job. So this here is a database. And if I click here on run a marathon, by default you can see this created and tags. These here are properties. Now, if you don't know, in Notion databases, we have this thing called properties, and there is a long list of properties here that we can use. Notion has so many different features, it can feel very overwhelming. All of these different features and so forth is what makes Notion so powerful. If you are feeling overwhelmed by Notion and you want to understand both Notion and completely rethink what you think productivity means, then you can actually do that in one evening with my course. And by the way, I've also got a bundle that includes both my course and my full Notion template. I'll put a link in the description to all of that stuff below. But for this tutorial, don't feel overwhelmed by all of this stuff here. We won't be looking at too many of these properties. But what we are going to do is delete these properties here. So I'll click on created and do delete property. We don't need to know when it was created. And the same thing for tags here. We don't need that just yet. So we've now set up your goals list. Before we go to the next chapter, what I need you to do is look at all of your different goals and pick the 2 that matter the most to you. And not only matter the most, but the ones you think are actually achievable in a short enough time frame. So look at all of your goals here and pick 2. So I have run a marathon, start a side hustle, and get a new job. For this example, let's say I want to do run a marathon and get a new job. What we're going to do is click on the 2 that we want and click here on add a property. Now the first property we'll do is just a simple select. This select here will be called stage. Now, I am aware there is another property here called status, but personally I don't like using this one. I just find it a bit limiting. So we'll click here on stage and we're going to add the first stage. So I'll just write active here and now I've created this in the dropdown. So the way that this property here works is that it is a simple dropdown, like you would see on a website or a form or something. So I'll have run a marathon as active, and then let's do get a new job as active as well. Now right now I only have 3, but obviously you might have a bunch more in here. How am I meant to see which 2 are active? Well, what I'll do is click here on settings, then click here on property visibility. And then here I will select stage. So now I can see run a marathon and get a new job are the active ones. But the problem is these 2 aren't showing up first. And obviously you might have way more in here. So I want by default the active ones to show up before the blank ones, the ones that aren't active. So what I'm going to do is click here on these settings and click here on group. And I'm going to group this by stage. So now I can see active and no stage. And of course, if I add a new goal in here, let's say organize my room, and I click away, that will sit here in no stage. And for it to jump up into active, I have to change the stage to active. But as you use this system, you'll hopefully start completing your goals. So we need to add another thing in the dropdown, which will be the completed. So I'll write here complete. So this will simply be another option in our dropdown. So now you can see there's active and complete. By the way, if you want to change the color, so I want complete to be green, I'll simply hover here and click on these 3 dots and change it to green. So now I have active and complete. And if I click away, as you can see, we now have active, complete, and no stage. So we have now set up an efficient goals list. And already this here will hopefully help you to go from procrastinating to actually doing, as you're telling your brain, hey, we don't need to think about all these other goals. Let's just focus on these 2 goals here for the moment. Chapter 2, your tasks. Now with these goals, like get a new job and run a marathon, we might feel a bit overwhelmed still. Where do I actually go from here? How do I get a new job? How do I get in shape enough to run a marathon? Well, what we need to do is break down our goal. So I'll click here at the top and create some space and do / and we'll create another database. This time, instead of doing a gallery view, we'll do a simple table view. Now this table view here is not the same thing as a table like this. So these here are simple tables. They do not have any data. And for the following steps to work, we need to be working with a database. And you'll see why later on this is such a great way to work. So I'll click here on table view for database. And I'll call this something like my goals tasks. So by default, there's no entries here. And if I click on new page, and let's just say create a resume. For me to get a new job, I need to create a resume. That makes sense. But these 2 here aren't connected. So what we want is this to be connected to relate to this here. And we'll do that by clicking here on add a property. So add a property, and we'll use this scary property here called relation. So I'll click on relation, and we want this database now to connect to this database. And as you can see, it shows up in my recents, but if you're not seeing it, you'll just search for it up here. So I'll click on goals, and I won't do 2-way relation. I'll just simply click on add relation. So now when I click on this space here next to create resume, all of my different goals will show up. So here I can see run a marathon, start a side hustle, get a new job, and organize my room. So I'll click here on get a new job. So create resume is now relating to get a new job. Now here's what you're going to do. Write down every single task you can think of that is to do with this goal. So you need to create a new resume. You need to write a cover letter, create LinkedIn account, take new profile photo, etc. And then I'll click again on get a new job until it's highlighted like this. And then I can simply use this here and drag that down. That will now have all of these tasks relating to get a new job. And then you would do the same thing for your other goal. Now, run a marathon is an interesting goal, and I'll talk about the tasks involved for that in the next chapter, as you might have a goal that's similar. But before we get to the next chapter, let's finish our goals tasks database. So I need to know if I've actually completed this task, of course. So create resume, how do I know if it's completed? Well, we'll simply add a very easy property here, being the checkbox property. So I'll click here on checkbox, and what I'm going to do is just rename this to the spacebar because it's pretty self-explanatory. So I'll drag that to the side. So I have a checkbox now, so I can say if I've created the resume or not. Now, all of a sudden, getting a new job is a lot less overwhelming because you'll have all of the different tasks written down here. But the problem with that is you're going to have all of your completed tasks showing up with your uncompleted tasks. So we need to separate them so we don't get overwhelmed by your long list of stuff that you've achieved. So what I'm going to do is create a new view. So I could click on add a new view, but we'll just make this simple and click on these three dots and do duplicate view. Now in Notion, there are many different types of views and they have different layouts. So I could view this as a table, as a list, as a feed, as a map. There's a bunch of options here, but we're just going to have two different table views. This one here will be do, and then this one here I'll rename and it will be called done. So this one here will have all the tasks that I need to do, and this one here will be all the tasks that I've done. So to automatically have these separate, what I'm going to do is use this thing called a filter. So in Notion, databases have filters, they have sorting, and they have groups. And we use this group functionality down here to separate the active, complete, and the goals with no stage. So this here is using the group functionality. Up here, we are now going to use the filter functionality. So I'll click on filter, and filter by the checkbox. And in this do one, I want all the tasks that are unchecked because I haven't done them yet. And then in this done tab, as you can see, I'm seeing all of them. That's because there's no filter applied. I want to add a filter to this one here, where the checkbox is everything that is checked in. So now I can see create resume, write cover letter, and here, create LinkedIn account and take new profile photo. Now here's the problem. You're going to have tasks in here where some are to do with run a marathon, buy new running shoes. And they might be mixed in here, so you can't see get a new job and then see run a marathon. So what we can do is once again use this here and have it grouped. So we'll group these here under the do tab by get a new job and then by run a marathon. So I'll click here on the settings. And by the way, these settings we're going to do will only be applied to this do tab. So I'll click on settings, click on group, and we'll group this by the goal. So now I can see get a new job and then run a marathon. So now everything I need to do is being separated here. But you might be thinking, okay, but I might have like 200 different tasks in here. I still might feel a bit overwhelmed. And to do that, we're going to set up that on these pages, automatically, every task that is to do with get a new job shows up on this page. And we'll do that by creating a template. Now, a page template is not the same thing as a full Notion template. So for example, headquarters that I mentioned before, that is my full Notion template. You download that and you get a full system. A page template here is just a template for a specific page you create. And those pages sit inside of a database. Hope that makes sense. So on this goals here, if I click on this down arrow, I can see here new template. And that will allow me to have automatically every task to do with get a new job appearing on this page. So when I click on this page, I won't get distracted with my other goals or the other tasks inside of my goals. But that will be chapter 4 of this video, because we're actually missing another key functionality on this page, which leads to chapter 3, your week. So I have all of my goals written down, which is great because now I feel less overwhelmed thinking I need to complete all of them, knowing now I'll only focus on 2 of them. Then I have all of the tasks that will sit inside of these goals. So I actually know everything I need to do in order for that goal to be considered completed. But now I have the next big question, when will I do those tasks? So we'll scroll up here and do / and write calendar and click on calendar view. But this time we won't do a new empty data source. We'll actually write goals tasks, or whatever you called your database. And I'll click here on goals tasks and click on new calendar view. Now, as you can see, it says no date property. And that's because this database here doesn't have a date property. So we have a checkbox property, a name property, and a relations property. So I'll click here on add property and click here on date. And now as you can see, automatically this appears. And what I'm going to do up here is click on the settings and we'll just change the layout to, instead of showing the entire month, which is a bit overwhelming, to just show the week. So now I can see what my week will look like. And what you can now do is schedule out when you're going to do these tasks. So right now my week is pretty empty. But what I can do here is click on create a LinkedIn account and I'll say I'm going to do this today. And I'll say take a new profile photo. You know what? I'll do that today as well. So now what I'm doing is scheduling out when I'm going to do these tasks. And if I scroll up, as you can see, they actually appear here in my calendar. That is because this database is the same thing as this database. Your task list and your calendar aren't separate. They're actually the same database. What I'm now going to do is click on the settings here and click on property visibility. And I'm going to show if it's been completed, and I'm going to show what the goal is. I'm also going to reorder these so I can see the goal first and then if it's been completed or not. So here I can see take new profile photo, and here I can see create LinkedIn account. And because these here are the same database, so if I now label take new profile photo as complete, you'll see take new profile photo here gets removed. So I'll click that in, and as you can see, it gets removed from this list here. But of course, it will show up here under done. So take new profile photo is sitting here completed on this date. So now we have a full list of your goals with the 2 that you are actively working on. We've written out all of the tasks that are involved in these goals, and we now know when you're going to do these tasks. Now, like I mentioned before, some goals, like run a marathon, might not have that many steps inside of it, pun intended. So obviously to run a marathon, you don't just need to buy new running shoes. That's a bit too simple. What you actually need to do is go for a run every single day. So what we'll do here is click on add an item and we'll go for a run. So I'll simply click here on plus and write run and do that, let's say, every single morning to make it nice and simple. So to be able to run a marathon, basically I need to practice running, and I'll just do that every single day. And that here is a task. And of course, I'll label all of these as marathon. Honestly, you've got most of what you need set up already, but this Notion feature in here will help us with your focus. So we'll click here on new template. And this here will be new goal. So this will be a template for every single new goal that you have. And what I'm going to do is simply write /database and click on table view. And we won't be doing new empty data source. Again, we will be writing goals tasks, or whatever you called your task list. And I'll click here on goals tasks and I'll click on new table view. Now by default, as you can see, every single task will show up in here. We don't want that. That's going to be overwhelming. What we want to do is simply filter this by the goal. And we want this to happen automatically. So we don't want to select a specific goal here. We'll just click on new goal, which is the name of this page. So I'll click on new goal. So now by default, that will show up in here. The next thing that I'm going to do is click on settings and click on group, and we'll group this by if it's complete or not. Now, because we don't have any tasks in here that are to do with new goal, it's not changing anything here visibly, but it is being changed in the background. But you've now set up this template page. And what I'll do is click away. And it's really as simple as that. So if I now click on get a new job, as you can see, this new goal now shows up here in this template list. Again, this here is a page template, and page templates are just for databases. So goals database has this new goal page template. Hope that makes sense. So if I click on get a new job and now click on new goal, automatically every task that I've completed that is to do with get a new job shows up here, and every task that I haven't done shows up here. I can also see the date that I've scheduled to do that task, whether that task is completed or it is not completed. And of course, if I tick it in here, it jumps to completed, as well as affecting up here. As you can see, that no longer shows up here in this list, and it gets ticked in here, as you can see. We now have a dashboard where everything is connected and speaks together. Now, if you do want to take this to the next step, again, I have my full Notion template headquarters, which handles your tasks in your project, but has more features to help you organize your task list and schedule even more effectively, as well as other features such as time tracking, notes, resources, and so much more. There's a link in the description to that template, or you can click on this video here to see the full tour. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this useful.